Hey, it's CrepCK. Today we're going to start out by doing a few shoutouts. Since my software is garbage and my computer is a potato, we will have to do some alt-tabbing. Check out all these shoutouts that I want to do here. We're going to start out by checking out Desolator Magic. He's got some spicy content out there, so if you're not afraid of spice, go check out his stuff. He has a secondary channel here, Desolator Gaming. Go away. Alright, I have to close some of these tabs. On Desolator Gaming, he goes over other games besides Magic. On his original channel, he does not only arena stuff, he covers news in Magic, he covers all kinds of stuff. If you're not afraid of spicy stuff, go ahead and check out Desolator Magic and Desolator Gaming. Next, I want to shout out here to Theoric6. This guy is hilarious. Very wholesome channel for the most part. Every now and then he lets a few curse words slip, but on the whole, this guy is great, wonderful. Please go check his channel out. Next, the Magic Historian. This guy, Mike Hatcher, used to go by MTG Purple, Mike Hatcher, now back to the Magic Historian. Some pretty spicy stuff. You can see here, he does booster stuff, lore videos, news and Magic. This guy covers everything. He also has a secondary channel, Down the Hatch. That's where him and his wife, Miss Carly, eat all kinds of stuff. This is probably his spiciest channel. As you can tell by the faces here, you could definitely tell there may be some comments coming along with these faces. Again, wonderful content here. Covert Go Blue, Mr. CGB himself. He covers everything from meme decks to more competitive decks, and he has all kinds of things. He's very relevant in the meta, so if you're looking to do some more professional level type stuff, more competitive level type stuff, you'll see a lot of good things on his channel here. He also has a series, Young CGB, as you can see here at the pointer. That's mainly for people getting started in Arena. So if you're new to Arena, I recommend going over to his channel, checking out this here. Here we have Noxious. This guy is good content. This guy has wonderful content. Again, he does meme decks, he does competitive decks, mainly competitive decks. He's also very relevant in the meta. He's up to date on all the new crazy stuff that's going on, so if you'd like to check him out. Back to some more spicy content, as you can see by just what I have here. MTG Arena original decks. If you don't mind spicy content, spicy commentary during gameplay, go ahead and check out his channel. He has some, let's just say, bizarre builds that magically work out more often than they should. Again, if you're into spicy stuff, go ahead and check out his channel. I think that's it for shoutouts. Yeah, I think that's it for shoutouts. Yes, close out tabs. Thank you. Finally, the last shoutout of the day. Today, if you weren't aware, Sunday, is Mother's Day. What is the actual date here? I'm absolutely unprepared. Let's do this. Sunday, May 12th, 2019, day of this recording. It is Mother's Day. Please give a shout out to all the moms out there, particularly your mom, or if you're married, have a lady, have children. Also, the mother of your child, whoever that may be. Yes, call your mom. Okay, we're just gonna say it. Call your mom. Wish her happy Mother's Day. We're gonna jump into this. We've already looked at one swing. We're not gonna look at these quite yet. See Elf Ball up there. Today we are going to make an elf deck. particularly Elves. One of my earliest decks here that I built early in my Magic career was an Elf deck. It's one of my favorite builds. You get some nice things here in 2019 core set 2019. You have Elvish Clancaller. If you would like to build an Elf deck, you almost need this piece. Land of War Elves, also in 2019. I picked up a nice little special skin in some event a while back, so I'll be using this skin. But yeah, Land of War Elves, basic necessity for ramp. We're going to take a look at Growth Chamber Guardian here. If you are going to craft any elf, I recommend crafting Growth Chamber Guardian only because, and again if you're not interested in certain types of builds, only because he replaces himself. You can adapt for 3 here, and he becomes a 4/4, and you go get another copy of this card and put it in your hand. It replaces itself, and there's plenty of builds where you want to recur that value draw. Growth Chamber Guardian is a great way to do that. We are also going to look at Incubation Druid. This is another wonderful card. It's a great ramp card, and you can pay in 5 to put 3 counters on it. Once it has 3 counters, you can add 3 mana of any type that you can produce instead of 1 mana that you can produce. So obviously you're guaranteed a forest because you have to be able to produce a forest to drop Incubation Druid 9 out of 10 times. This is a wonderful ramp card. It's late game mana sink, or rather mid game mana sink if you've got all the ramp pieces. If you don't have an Incubation Druid and you are playing mono green Elves, Druid of the Cow. It's a 2-drop, get mana. There are a few in Ward the Spark I don't think I have. Let's add these real quick. There's a few in Ward the Spark I don't think I have. I won't be using any wild cards to do this. Maybe at a later time when I've got some more War of the Spark cards here built up in my collection. As you can see, I'm very wealthy. I'm overflowing with gems and gold. I could literally, not sarcastically at all, not at all, seriously buy everything I want in this game with this level of wealth. That being said, what I don't have crafted, I'm going to use with what I have in my collection. So I'm going to add Marwyn. You can craft Marwyn. I don't recommend crafting Marwyn only because she cycles out in October. If you don't mind, if you want to dump money into the game, pick up Marwyn. Great card. Absolutely wonderful. Every time an elf enters the battlefield, she gets a counter. You can tap for mana for her power. Again, we're going to be looking at Marwyn and Clancaller and Incubation Druid in a later kind of meme level elf deck. We'll check that out. For now, we will just be doing elves and maybe some great biggie creatures here. Beast Whisperer. I believe maybe I spoke about this in a practice run. Maybe I didn't. If it was a practice run, let me just go back over this. Beast Whisperer. Whenever you cast any creature, draw a card. If this sticks, if this stays on the board, every creature that you play replaces itself in your hand. Awesome. If you have more than one of this on the battlefield, you are cycling through your deck. Be careful. Mid to late game, you can potentially mill yourself if left unchecked. If you're doing some kind of crazy nonsense where you just drop your whole hand, replace your whole hand, drop your whole hand, you can mill yourself pretty quick. Thorn Lieutenant. Very decent card. Whenever it's targeted, it replaces itself. When that little token enters, you can trigger Marwyn with your clan callers. It can be buffed. Late game, you can put some beef on it for 6 mana and really get in there. I love this card. I'm not putting in any more elves. In fact, I actually may drop Thorn Lieutenant. We'll make a Golgari elf build some other time. Not quite today. We are going mono green. Since those are the mono green elves, we are just going to jump into green here and see what kind of beef crazy nonsense we can put into this ramp deck. Let's see. Anything with trample, usually a good. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Trample. If I can spell. Trample. Okay. This is nice if you're playing other large creatures more than just some of the deck here. I can't see exactly how many cards. Well, that's the problem. I have to move this. How do I move this? You can't see it, but I can see it. My recording thing is like, got it. There we go. I have 10 cards. Since I have 10 cards, I may drop Thorn Lieutenant. Goreclaw. This is a nice card. If you are playing with less elves and more beef, I recommend throwing this in almost every single time. If you're finding in your area that you are getting overrun, if you've got some carnage tyrants, little carny tees, hexproof guys, these are fine. Anything with hexproof, if you find you are facing too much control, these are a wonderful include. Vivian Reed, again, if you're running creature decks in green, this is almost an automatic include. We're going to throw in Vivian, we're going to throw in Aggressive Mammoth. I guess I'll throw in a Carny T. Paleka Worm, that's good. Prodigious Growth, I think I do want to include this. Maybe a Multani. Throw in 4 of these, 3 of these. Yeah, we're going to drop off Thorn Lieutenant. I want some beef in this deck. I want to see some crazy stuff. There's some Tramplers. Let's see if we can't get one of my favorite cards here. Biogenic Ooze. This card, if left unchecked, is just flat out busted. It's awesome. It's a mana sink. You can just create little oozes that get more beefy at the end of every one of your turns. I highly recommend playing this if you have it. I don't know if I would just run right out and craft it, unless you just like big stompy beefy decks, then I would definitely throw this in. Now there's a card here that comes in the 2019 gift pack. So if you don't recognize this card, this is why. It's Rampaging Bronodon. Whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Land, not forest, not plains or mountain, land. So if you're playing a deck that just wants to rip lands from the deck and thin the deck of lands, this is a wonderful include. I'm going to put a 1-of here. Ghalta. If you want the beef, Ghalta is the beef. In fact, I think I'll drop Multani just to have a Ghalta, and a Growth just to have another Ghalta. I mean, this card is beefy. This is probably the biggest, baddest creature in green, except for the Guilds of Ravnica Buy a Box Convoke Super Mega Worm. But I don't really remember the name. I don't remember if it has Trample. Ghalta has Trample. If you have beef on board, you can play Ghalta for way cheaper. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. With Elves and this out and mana galore, you can get this out really early. Some of you who are aware of the meta and aware of what's popular, you might go, hey, Krebsy K, what about Steel Leaf Champion? Well, let's go look for Steel Leaf Champion. I don't have any. I'm not going to spend any wild cards to craft any because it is from Dominaria. Same with Marwyn. I'm not going to craft anything from Ixalan. I'm not going to craft anything from Rivals. And I'm not going to craft anything from Dominaria. I'm only focused on what is not going to be cycling out in October. So, here's the deck we're going to run with. I may drop off an Ooze. I may change it up. We can check it out. After a few runs, we may revisit the deck. Let's go Stompy. Green Stompy. Standard build. Very easy build for new players. Ooh, yeah. Black-red. So the reason why I changed this is because we're not playing black and red. And I may get the option, may have a small chance to get 750 gold here instead of 500. And as you can see, with my just absolute massive wealth, I mean, I don't need to, but it's recommended that you try and go for as much gold as you can. And definitely at the end of the week, I don't know if it's Sunday for everyone, but it's Sunday for me. You get 5 free packs of whatever's current if you win 15 games. You get your daily rewards here. I know I didn't talk about it in the last video. Definitely go check this out. We're not going to play several games today with the shoutouts and the kind of explanation of some more detail on the channel here. Why I'm not crafting certain things. Why my gold and gems are where they're at. I spend all my gold and gems on packs or events. Particularly cheap events that I may get extra cards. We're going to get in here. Miss Freydon? Mr. Freydon? Got some ramp. Got beef. Got card draw, essentially. Let's do this. If you guys can see this, I'm going to irritate the crap. There you go. Okay. Ramp. We're going to go with ramp first. Just because I want to get this on board. Yep, Incubation Druid. They're on the same ramp idea here. They're probably going to be playing Planeswalkers and some other kind of crazy nonsense. Okay. I like a Boreal Grazer. It gives you a free land if you have one. Nice card. Alright. Get some card replacement. Boop. Incubation Druid again. You're going to go ahead and adapt right away. I want to keep creatures in my hand and get beef on board to play the big Ghalta. They can block here. Not going to swing. They are going to be doing some crazy nonsense here in a minute. Okay. Essence Hydra. Can we cast it? We got 1, 5, 6, 6. Oh yeah. Big Daddy Ghalta coming down. Boom. And we're not going to attack. We are going to beef up this board and see if they have a means to deal with our Ghalta. A Narset, huh? Ooh. Ooh, ooh. And that's a beefy Hydra. That's a pretty beefy Hydra. Clear the mind. I like this card. I'm gonna build something around this or with this in the future. I don't know how near in the future. Ooh, can't draw a card. So yeah, I'm gonna swing first here with Ghalta. Narset says I can't draw more than 1 card each turn, which nullifies my Beast Whisperer. I'm not gonna let this happen. Okay, that's not gonna happen. I want my card draw. I want recurring value on everything I play, and I want to go wide. I want these elves to go nuts, and I want to draw into my clan caller, which beefs up all my elves. Are you gonna block? Opponent. 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 Opponent, please. Opponent. Do you have trample? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's okay. We will take out Narset. This should... Okay, it's not going to drop, but we can soak up some of it with our Growth Chamber. And then next turn, swing for face with our Ghalta. We're going to get Marwyn down, drop a few Elves, get her beefed up. Opponent. Opponent. Opponent, please. Please. Please do something. Help me help you. And by helping you, I mean moving the game along. So my viewers don't die of boredom. Do it. Ooh, a scorpion. Die, scorpion! I noticed in one of my comments, somebody was thankful that I don't use poor language. In non-recording life, my language is not the best. In IRL, my language is not the best. So forgive me if I happen to let a few things slip that aren't necessarily the best for younger viewers or viewers that don't want to hear that type of language. Let me make a promise to you. If you promise to keep watching my content, I promise to do the best of my abilities to not throw around terrible language on this channel. Again, I'm human. We are all human. I am fallible. I can make mistakes. And if I do make a mistake with my language, please forgive me. But I will do my best. Opponent. Opponent, please. Opponent. Opponent, what was your name? I have to move this. Freydom. Freydom. Clan Caller is coming down, by the way. The beef. The beef is coming. Oh yes, okay. I don't know if they've like timed out or something, but we're getting beef on board. This is going to happen. Draw me a card, bud. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are you going to counter my Growth Chamber Guardian? Do you have a counter spell? I see untapped blue sources. This ooh, Scorpion. This could be a counter spell. Frilled Mystic coming out of the side works here. Gonna come down and smash my Growth Chamber Guardian here. By the way, if you're ever trying to target a Planeswalker, this button right here allows you to see the board. Before this was put in, it was a nightmare. Okay, we're gonna play another one. But yeah, we had the beef. We had the means of getting more beef. We were gonna drop that mammoth. We were gonna drop some elves, and we were gonna swing in with prejudice. So that's nice. Got some green spells cast here. Gonna play a couple more. What's the time? 23 minutes. I don't want to make my videos too long. I don't want to keep you guys enraptured, because that's real. You're totally enraptured. I don't want to keep you guys distracted away from real life for too long. So I'm gonna try and keep these to a nice medium length. There'll be less introductive stuff to the channel, what's going on before matches, as these videos go on, as I continue to make content. Once I'm familiar with my viewers, and my viewers are familiar with me, this time here can be cut down. Oh, mono red. Ooh, statue. Parhelion, do your job. Break the statue. Or just fly past. Okay. I guess all of my opponents are AFK today. Yes! Taking down the bolus. Pew! And okay, so Boros. You playing some hasty boys? Are you gonna shock my elf? Not gonna shock the elf? Are you going to capture my elf with that one enchantment that steals my crap? Okay, I mean that did kind of suck. We're just gonna get in there. I mean, 2 damage. Next turn, we are playing an Oozy Boy. You guys get to see the beef. This is gonna happen. Ooh, I feel like I'm in a trap here. Can't counter it, so I'm just gonna play it anyway. I have another one. I have a backup Ooze. I'm not gonna swing with my clan color. They could have an enchantment that says when this creature is tapped. Okay. Opponent. Please. At least let's play a game. Even if I lose, I want to play a good game. Let's try again. But yeah, Stompy is fun to play. There's a million variants on Stompy. The next video I make, someone asked me to make drakes. I am going to hold off on the drakes for a while. I would like to explore a couple more elf builds, maybe a more entertaining, meme level elf build. For now, I just want to go elves plus beefy top end. Maybe sometime in the future I'll actually make a... Do I want to? I don't want to reveal that I have another clan caller, just in case they decide they want to wipe this one off the face of the planet. Okay, the devil. Okay. Growth chamber. Yeah, we're gonna growth chamber. And if anything is still left alive, at some point, we will be able to put some beef, real beef, 7/7 and trampled, on a creature, assuming we have a creature left after this onslaught of just destruction to my stuff. Because that's what it's going to be. A mass package. Okay. Alright. We're going to get this guy down. See if we can't get some ramps next turn. Growth Chamber Guardian is now a 5/5. He's going to swing in. We're going to get another one. It's going to be good times. Get in there, lady, and gentleman, gentle crab, ladies and gentle crabs, crab elves, crab people. I don't know. Don't ask. Yes. Smashy, everything's horrible, terrible. Again, it replaces itself. This shows the true value of Growth Chamber Guardian. You drop one, if it lives, you have just recurring value with your Growth Chamber Guardian. That is 2 B-doubles in their opening and an amass card drawing. Okay, this is an amass build. We can expect some real beefy stuff on the top end of this. Rouse Outburst. Okay. Assuming they're playing more amass cards. There's Enter the God Eternals, which is, to my surprise, just a really knockout card. Oh yeah. Card draw and beef. We're getting in there. It's happening. Card draw. I mean, this card is wonderful. Growth Chamber is wonderful. And it's getting in there. We are getting in there, ladies and gentlemen. And next turn, Prodigious Growth is coming down on something. And we are going to smash. Hulk smash. This card is wonderful. It's an M19 rare. A lot of these cards I wouldn't rush out and immediately just craft with your wild cards if you're going free to play. However, I'm going to go with Growth Chamber Guardian, solid. Beast Whisperer, pretty solid. We're gonna get it like, yep, yeah. Opponent did not want to see the beef that was coming in. It was gonna be ridiculous. Alright, we are at the 30 mark. Ooh, we have a pack. You guys get to see what I opened. How about that? This is nice. If you look, you can, so I can buy back to M19. Back a little ways was an M19 draft, and that's when I put some money into the game, just a few. And so I just kept playing this draft over and over and over, and I got most of the best cards from M19. So you won't see me buying any M19 stuff. With my leftover wealth, I guess, if you gold, I got into guilds, got a nice position in guilds on this game. Just finished building my allegiance position right before starting this channel, or rather starting to record on this channel. So now you guys are actually watching me basically live build my collection for War of the Spark. So here I've got a rare wild card. I'm going to kind of show you guys my process of getting the maximum value, in my opinion, from opening packs. So we're going to crack this. We're going to get some stuff. There's a wild card. I'm going to show you what I do with my wild cards. I don't know if I'll necessarily use that particular wild card today, but I go into decks, I start a new deck, and let's say I had a common. I have one common wild card, and I'm still looking for commons in Guilds of Ravnica. I'm going to go Guilds of Ravnica, common, collected, not collected, and reset this. And then I'm going to scan through. I'm going to go, yes, I have 4, 4, 4. I'm going to go through, and I'm going to go through, and I'm going to scan through every card that I have that is a common from this set until I have all of the commons from this set. And then I'm going to do the same with Guilds, Allegiance, and then ultimately War of the Spark. The reason why I do this is because if you are still trying to build a position in a certain set, I recommend that you only buy packs from that set. As you saw over here on the homepage, every week you get 5 packs of whatever is most current. If you are not working on what is most current, I recommend spending your extra packs depending on how far you have built your collection. That disclaimer, how far you built your collection. So I go through and I collect all the commons, then all the uncommons, and then I move on and move on and move on. And the reason why I do this is because sometime soon, I believe I'm at about 60 to 65% vault progress, which lets you crack 1 mythic, 2 rares, 3 uncommons, and 4 commons. I don't remember if there's commons, but you get free wild cards. You want to use those wild cards to complete as much of your collection as possible, and having all the uncommons and all the commons for a particular set when you are opening that set gets you the maximum value into your vault progress, which is ultimately more free cards to build your collection. And with that, I think we're done. We'll take another look at the deck list here. I didn't build a sideboard. You're watching me do all of this live. I hope this is entertaining. But we're going to go rares at 5 and up. You've got Tendy Boys, the Tender Shoe Dryad. This card can get way out of hand, way fast. I might make a deck sometime in the future. Mending, I did not like this card for the longest time until I watched MTG Arena Original Decks, or whatever his channel's name is, and he puts it in all kinds of stuff and actually gets pretty decent value out of this card. Personally, if I'm playing green, mono green Stompy, I would just rather have creatures. This guy, he's just a big dummy. 4/5 mana, you can swing in every turn and be chump blocked by a little dork over here, a mana dork, if you will. We'll get into why that's funny in a minute. But yeah, if you just want beef, he's beef. If you can find a way to give him trample, oh boy, here we go. So in the 6 drops, this is nice. I like this better than this, although if you can drop this on a nice wide board or on a board with trample, oh boy, here we go. Fun is going to happen. And 7+, pull like a worm. There's all kinds of memes to do with this. We will look into that on a later date, but this card is good. End raise, I have 4 of this. I may actually go end raise instead of the growth here. Maybe that's right. I don't know. We may revisit Stompy when I get some more War of the Spark cards, because there are some nice big beefy things in War of the Spark to throw in mono green that I'm looking forward to revisiting. That being said, everybody have a good day, and remember, today is Mother's Day. Call your mom. Alright, bye.